we are live in YouTube also. People can watch there also. So yeah, I am meeting Visam Parke, Lakshmi Narayan. Good evening, Ms. Niti. Good evening, Mr. Vishwajit, Lakshmi Narayan. So today we are going to listen an important topic from Indira ma'am.
But she does not do.
And I am requesting everybody to keep mute your mic. We will have a Q&A session after completing 30 minutes of Indira ma'am. So requesting you all to keep in mute. So today we are going to listen especially from Indira madam, work-life balance. So thanks for joining us to share your wonderful experience. So I'm inviting Indira ma'am. Yeah, you are on spotlight now.
I think we should wait something because more and more participant may be come. So we can start after 5 minutes. During that time, we should discussion to each other so that some conversation is also going on. What's your opinion about it?
Yeah, definitely, because as what I am feeling now, though always our guru Praveen sir used to say that we have to respect the time. So we will.
But yes, only five participant has come. That's why I request with you.
Absolutely, I am agree with you, because what happened now, though we are having the recording, so people who miss, they can see in the recording, because everybody having the value of time. I am respecting Arvind sir time, so that is the reason. That is the reason. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am. The stage is yours, and you can share your wonderful experience to us. Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. I would like to thank to each one of you for joining in the session. And special thanks to Ganeshan sir for giving me the opportunity to share my views, share my experience and value to my experience. Today we all are here to discuss about how to balance life and work, isn't it? Precisely how to have balancing work life, isn't it? Now, I remember 7 years ago, I was struggling with my professional work, my household work, and my daughter's work. You know, I was working late night, ended up with insufficient sleep, and I used to lose my tempers so early. Did not have good relationship with my family members, neither at my workplace. I had a lot of disappointments in my mind, had a frustration, and it was completely, dark. I was not getting any hope at that time. But today, I can tell you that today I'm managing so many things. I'm having my own organization. The name is Fortune High Tech Kolkata. It's a training institute come job placement. I'm taking care of my daughter's A to Z work. And yes, how can I forget about my household work? That is a part of our life, isn't it? We cannot ignore that. So managing so many things together with no regrets, no insufficient sleep. So let me share with you one strategy which worked very well in my life and it changed my life, trust me. Or you can say 5 simple steps that I do follow. I have actually incorporated into my daily routine and I'm following that dedicatedly and getting the result. Let me share with you one by one. The first thing I do it every day, I ask myself one question many times, 7 to 10 times at least in a day. That is, what is the most important thing to do it right now? Connected to my priority and connected to my objective. I ask myself. So the benefit I'm getting it, whenever my mind get diverted little here and there, I'm back on the track. The moment I ask myself. So I tell you, it works like a, we said the alarm, isn't it? So it worked like an alarming for me. So here my question to you is that how many of you are doing the same? And I would request to each one of you participate in this. Kindly let me know in the chat box how many of you ask yourself what is the one important thing, what is the most important thing that you need to do it right now. So how many of you asking these questions to yourself? Kindly let me know in the chat box. Rita ma'am is saying me. Yes. Lakshmi Narayan ma'am is also saying yes. Wow, amazing. Arvind sir is also saying yes. Ganeshan sir is also saying yes. Awesome. Amazing. So I'm sure you all are agreed with me, isn't it? So every time we ask ourselves, it works like a reminder. Amazing. Now the second thing I do it, which is very much connected to the first step, that is I create a to-do list for myself. And so, let me tell you the truth. One very interesting truth. Sometimes I forget to watch daily news. Sometimes I forget to watch short video, which is a part of my daily routine, but I never forget to create to-do list for myself. And I create to-do list every day evening or maybe before going to sleep for the next day morning. So precisely, so the very next day morning, after doing the prayer, after showing the gratitude to the Almighty, that's the second thing I do it. I paste that to-do list in such a way it is in front of my eyes so that I'll be able to see that and I can work accordingly. It actually save my time. I don't have to sit and think what is the next thing that I'm going to do it. It helps me to do laser focus on only important thing in my life. It saves my lot of time. So I would like to know how many of you are also agreed with me that doing this to-do list in real life is actually saving our time and helping us to focus on only important thing. Please let me know in the chat box, or maybe you can raise your hands. I'll be able to understand how many of you are agreed with me. Great. Ganeshan sir is agreed. Arvind sir is also agreed. Great. Okay. Moving forward. So that means we all know. The Nidhi ma'am is also saying yes. So we all are doing it. It proves that we all know, and only just by knowing is not enough. We are implementing in our day-to-day life, isn't it? Right. That's why we all are here. Moving forward, the third things that we do it, that I do it. Trust me, this third step that I'm going to share with you, without following this third step, I cannot balance my life and the work. It is so important. Let me tell you what is that third step that I follow it. Self-care. I'm sure you all are aware of it, isn't it? Self-care is one of the very effective way to balance our work and life. Let us understand what is this self-care. Self-care, it means when we are taking care of ourselves, isn't it? Now, when we take care of ourselves, that means we are building up relationships with ourselves, isn't it? Now, when we do that, when we take care of ourselves, do you know that we develop positive attitude towards our work? We develop positive attitude towards each and everything that we do it, even the person, each and every person that we interact with. Therefore, our productivity increase. Now, in this self-care, it's a long list, I tell you. Although I have chosen only 4 to 5 self-care for myself, and I dedicatedly follow into my daily routines. Let me share with you. The first thing I do it in self-care, that is, I am taking sufficient sleep for myself, adequate sleep. 7 to 9 hours sleep per day. I'm taking it, which is mandatory, compulsory for each one of us, even on the weekends also, isn't it? So we take sufficient sleep, we feel so refreshed the next day morning, isn't it? So taking sleep is very important. Second self-care, I do it. That is, I cleans up my mind through meditation. Because let me give you a very simple example. When we go out and we come back at home, what's the first thing we do it? We wash our face, we wash our hands, and we take shower also sometimes, isn't it? Or maybe most of us, we take shower. We change our dress, outside dress, and we wear clean dress, isn't it? Similarly, it is very important for each one of us. End of the day, before going to sleep, we must cleanse up our mind through meditation. Because after going through so lot of situations in our life, after interacting so many people, chances are high to getting affected by the negativity, isn't it? So we, each one of us, we must cleanse our mind. We must declutter our mind. It's so important. Because if we are not cleaning up our mind, we all know it is in a long run, it is going to affect on our health, isn't it? Are you all agreed that cleansing of mind is so important? Yes, Ganeshan sir, Nidhi ma'am, I can see. Yes, yes, ma'am. Rita ma'am is also agreed with me. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. So it is very important. It is as important as we are taking food every day. We are taking food, right? Without taking food, we cannot survive, isn't it? Arvind sir is also agreed with me. Thank you, sir. So Uma ma'am is also taking, yes, agreed with me. Thank you, ma'am. So it has become so important nowadays. So the third thing I do it after cleansing up my mind. Now here, let me share with you one more thing. Otherwise, it is not going to be complete. Earlier, when I started my meditation journey, that time sometimes I used to skip, you know, doing this meditation, and I found myself, not, I mean, I was unable to achieve 50% of my, not even 50% of my to-do list. Trust me. This is the honest you can say that, yes, I'm admitting the fact. The day we are supposed to do meditation twice in a day minimum, before going to sleep and early morning, to get the maximum benefits, isn't it? Now, to be very honest with you, I'm doing it only once in a day. That is before going to sleep at night. Now, when I started my meditation journey, I used to skip sometimes. And I did notice that before going to sleep, if I'm not doing meditation, and no matter whether I'm completing 7 hours sleep or 9 hours sleep, but I was not feeling that that refreshment was not there. My mind was not getting activated. I was unable to achieve my 50% of my to-do list that I was creating for myself. Like the day was running me. It's very simple. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Agreed? Yes? Right. So while I was not doing meditation, that day was running me. I was getting so exhausted, not getting energy. My energy level was not at all up to the mark. No matter how much sleep I'm taking, I was taking good food, whatever it is. So meditation is so important. It is proved. Now, the third thing, it requires no caption, I tell you, because we all know that doing exercise is so important. Yes. And Kalam Club has already introduced, has already given the proof how much important it is in our day to day life. Without this, we cannot be fit and fine. Yes. If we want to have a healthy, happy life, then meditation, exercise, taking sleep, these three are as important as we are taking food, as I have already said. Right. And another thing, as far as self care is concerned, I do it. Before saying that, I would like to know how many of you love to do gossip, especially to women. This question is, it goes to women. Yes, Nidhi ma'am, Rita ma'am, Uma ma'am. I'm raising my hands because once upon a time, and Durba ma'am also, yes, Durba ma'am, your side. Once upon a time, I tell you, I was loving to do gossip. I used to do a lot of gossip with my childhood friends over the phone. Oh, Uma ma'am said, no, don't like to gossip. Very nice, ma'am. You are correct. But let me tell you, ma'am, the day I came to know that it has no benefit, it has only negative, it has a lot of negativity. It drains out our energy, it drains out, it consumes a lot of time. And I've experimented, let me tell you, before taking, before accepting the things, we must experiment the things, isn't it? We should not go by somebody's word. We really need to do the experiment, isn't it? So I have experimented this. I stopped doing gossip, and I have checked that how much time is getting saved, and I can concentrate on important work. So after I experienced that, then I stopped doing the gossiping. Nowadays, I do not indulge myself in any gossiping. Any one of my friends called up, asked me, Indira, what are you doing? Can we chit chat? I said, yes, of course. If it's a positive discussion, I'm there. If it's something, we call it PNPC, in Bengali, it's called Poroninda Poro Chorcha. I don't know what is it called in other things, but it is called PNPC. I said, if that is the thing, please, I am not there. So nowadays, they are not counting me in that group. They are going for the get together, but I'm not in that group. Sometimes I feel so sad, honestly. Yes, sir. Yes, Ganeshan, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. But that is it's like coin has both the sides. I'm enjoying my work. I'm enjoying my healthy life. But sometimes I'm also a human being. I also feel sad when my friends are not counting me into their group. Coming back to the point, taking vacation, we all do it. Rita ma'am is also saying that. Yes. Yes, ma'am. It has no benefits. Right, ma'am. So coming back to the point, it is so important to take vacation. We all go for vacation. We are not going for vacation. Is there anybody among us who is not going for vacation? Ma'am, sir, is there anyone? No. We all are going for vacation. Vacation is required, because it rejuvenate us, rejuvenate our mind, and we also learn many things. When we go out, we get so refreshed, we refresh our mind, and we can learn better. It's like charging battery. When there is no charge, so we cannot work more with that mobile, isn't it? So once we go for vacation, our battery is charged, fully charged. So we come back and we start walking, we become more productivity than before. Agree with me? How many of you are agreed with me? Yes, Ganeshan sir is saying yes. Nidhi ma'am is also saying. Amazing, amazing. Yes, Rita ma'am is also agreed with me. Thank you, ma'am. Uma ma'am is thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Fine. So these are the 4-5 self-care I have chosen for myself. Although this self-care list, it is a long list. So you can incorporate. Yes, Bishwajit sir is also saying, sir is also agree. Thank you. So it's a long list of self-care. You always can choose as per your convenience, which suits you better or which works out better for you, isn't it? We all are human being. We are not machine. It what is applicable for me, it may not be applicable for you, isn't it? So we will be choosing as per our convenience and which works out well. All right. Now to summarize, because there are some, some of you have joined little late. So let me summarize so far whatever we have discussed quickly. First thing I say, to balance our work and the life, I say the first thing I do it. That is, I ask myself, what is the most important thing that I need to do it right now, connected to my priority and the objective. So I basically ask these questions in a day 7 to 10 times, which brings me back to the on the track. That's the first thing I do it. Second thing, connected to the first one, I may create to-do list for myself every day evening or maybe before going to sleep, which saves my time the next day morning, and I display it so that I'll be able to see it the next day morning. I wake up, I will be able to see and I'll be able to work on it. Let me show you. This is the, here I make my to-do list. I stick it somewhere which is in front of my eyes, and I can work on it. The moment I finish my to-do list, one after another, I put a tick, small tick on that. That's how I move forward. Third things I said, self-care, 4-5 self-care that I have chosen for myself. It's working out well for myself. Now, fourth thing that I would like to share with you, that is, let me tell you, while as in the beginning time, Ganeshan sir was talking about that when there was a lockdown, we were physically restricted, isn't it? Physical movement got restricted. We had to work from home. So our life cycle got drastically changed, isn't it? So that time I was also working from home, and Shrestha, my daughter, was also there at home. Now, my daughter used to think that I am accessible to her all the time. She used to think. So I found myself either was doing my household work all the time, or I found myself doing my official work all the time. So I was not getting the solution at that time, let me tell you. Then I decided what time I will be doing my household work, what time I'll be doing my daughter's work, and what time I'll be doing my official work. I decided that. And then based on that, I set boundaries for myself. Means here I wanted to say, while I was working from home after completion of my daughter's work, I used to say to my daughter, and I still am, sometimes I say to her when she's also available. I say to her very nicely, very politely, it is office time, so she should not disturb me. I used to say DND. We all know now what is DND? Do not disturb me. Right. So I used to say her sweetly DND. And as you know, that all children, they are very curious about some or the other thing. And especially when they get their mother at home, physically present, they have always some or the other things coming in their mind, and they keep on asking that questions, isn't it? So she used to do the same. But I said to her very clearly that during the working hours, whatever questions are arising into your mind, she needs to take it down. She make a list on it, and now she get accustomed with that. She's doing it. So when I'm at work, I'm working from home. She is also at home, but she doesn't disturb me. She's taking down all the points that coming up in her mind. So end of my official work, then only she comes up with a list and share with me, and we do chit chat. I give all the answers that she has in her mind. That's how we all mothers are doing our work. Because I can see so many mothers are here. Vinuta ma'am is giving a nice, very sweet smile. Yes, Vinuta ma'am, that's how you are working, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's true.
ma'am is nodding. Yes. There is no other choice, ma'am. That's how we have to set our own boundaries, isn't it? So my daughter also has got accustomed that she knows that now my mother is working, so she cannot get inside and she cannot disturb me anytime she likes. She has to wait. And that will not happen overnight. Through practice, by saying 100 times, maybe more than that, maybe 1,000 times, or maybe every day, over and over, isn't it? Again, right? Yes. And when I'm at my office, I give a very clear communication to my family members. Call me when it is only urgent, if it is only emergency. And as we all know, emergency doesn't come every day, not always, sometimes, right? Yes. Other way around, when I'm with my child or with my family members, I'm spending my quality times with my family members, my team members at my workplace, team members I'm talking about. I make sure that I'm not available, I'm not accessible for my official job. They understand me and they respect my workplace related boundaries. They do not disturb me until it is very urgent. We have to do this. Otherwise, again, we will find ourselves doing the same thing, either household work or official work. So setting this boundary is so important. This is what I'm doing it for my life, and it is working so well. The fifth steps I can call it, that I do it to balance my work and life. Now, before telling you or before sharing with you the fifth step to balance my work and life, let me give you a news. Let me give you one sad news and let me give you one good news. The sad news is time fly. And the good news is you are the pilot, isn't it? So it is your life. So you can plan accordingly what is convenient for you. But yes, planning has to be done. There has to have a strategy. Otherwise, using the time maximum way, not possible. Because we all have 24 hours time in our hand. Is there anyone who is having more time or less time, little bit of less time? I'm having less time and Uma ma'am is having little more time. Yes, ma'am. Doing so many things together, or Ganeshan sir is doing so many things together in life. I really admire to both of them and each one of us. Vinuta ma'am is managing so well, kids as well as doing a lot of things on coming up with the online courses. Rita ma'am is taking part every day. If I take each one of your name, I think it's a long list. Nidhi ma'am is the HR manager, managing her office and then taking care of her child. I mean, so many things, isn't it? Not possible. So 24 hours time, we have to plan accordingly based on our priority. This five steps that I'm talking about, that we have to decide as per our convenience. That is one. But at the same time, to be very honest with you, after setting up all the strategy, sometimes you may find yourself that you may productive at your office work. Sometimes, or maybe the another day, you may find yourself more productive in your children's work, maybe activity. You know, we all are human being, end of the day, right? So maybe balancing work life, if it may be little difficult on daily basis, but it is possible by setting up these things that we are talking about, that I'm talking about, I'm sharing with you. On an average, it's possible. If not on daily basis, but on an average, it's possible. But my request to you, ma'am and sir, that if you find yourself that one day you are more productive at your work, official work, and other day you are more productive at household work, don't be harsh on yourself, because we all are human beings. We have certain, after setting up the boundaries also, we have certain situation comes up in our life, right? Unavoidable circumstances, we call it. So we have to accept that. Yes, yes. So we have to move on in our life. So I'm ending my speech. I have, and I would like to open a Q&A session. Ma'am and sir, if you have any questions related to balancing your work life and your personal life, please let me know. I would try to give answers within my capacity. Over to you, ma'am and sir. Yes, Vinuta ma'am, please.
Yeah, sorry, I joined late. I had another appointment. So, a good thing that you summed up all the points, ma'am, so that I came to know. I wanted to ask about self-care. What do you do every day or most of the days, like you said? Is there some ritual that you follow or what you do for self-care?
Ma'am,
Examples.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, talking about self-care, what I do is I take sufficient sleep, 7 to 9 hours sleep. It depends from the person to person, because for me 7 hours sleep is enough. But for you it can be 8 hours, it can be 9 hours. But it is the 7 to 9 hours sleep. It's mandatory, compulsory, because if you are not have taking sleep because of your a lot of household work, your children work, if you are having the insufficient sleep, what I was going through, I had once upon a time 7 years ago. I was having this. I was unable to balance my life. So I have experienced that I was losing my temper so soon, and was not having the good relationship with my family members, and not having good relationship at workplace, because I was losing my temper with small things. So taking sleep is so important in our life, that is required. And second is I do the meditation, because once I started off experience the benefit of the meditation, because we all came to know so many things, but once you experiment that, you can feel the difference. So I did experiment, and I till now, whenever anything I hear it out, I always do the experiment. If I get a benefit, then I go for it. So I did the same. When I came to know about the meditation from Brahma Kumari BK Shivani, I always follow a sister BK Shivani. So I started doing the experiment in my life. So I found that before going to sleep at night, when I was doing the meditation, and the day I was not doing the meditation, so the difference was there. I mean, a lot of difference was there. Like the very next day morning, I was not feeling very fresh, no matter I was taking the 7 hours sleep or 8 hours sleep. My mind was not getting fresh, and my mood was not getting good. I mean, that productivity level was not going high. I mean, it was not increasing. I was not the better than yesterday. So that meditation, taking sleep, and I watch the motivational video whenever I think that yes, my mood is going down. So I keep on watching the motivational video, mostly sister BK Shivani's video I do watch. I energize myself, my mind, and then I back to work. So these are the main three things I do it. And exercise, yes, I am to be very honest with you, because you all are like my family members, so I should not hide anything from you. I am a big procrastinator of doing the exercise, Ganeshan sir, to be very honest with you. But I found the day I'm not doing the exercise, again, I get a back pain. Okay, because my work is to sit and just teach my students and all, give the training HR related. So I get a back pain. Okay, so it is, it has, I have to do it, no matter whether I like it or not, but I have to do it. And these are the three things I do it. There are many more. I have already mentioned in the self-care part, like not gossiping, not indulging myself in the gossiping, because it drains out our energy level and all. But these main three things I do not skip. Ma'am,
Thank you,
hope I
ma'am.
have told you
Yes,
my.
ma'am. You have answered your secrets. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for revealing them.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
Anybody else? I'm looking for more questions in case if I will be able to give answers. Okay, no questions?
Ma'am,
Yes, please.
as you given a speech,
Yes, sir.
I heard very carefully. So yes, it is very good. Actually, every person's nowadays are busy uh, as per job, domestic works, and some personal work also. Despite of them, it is most important to do works for self care. And yes, to do list is also, it is very important, and choose to how give importance for first work, what is the most important work first we should do. This type of selection, it is very good. Actually, most of the people, due to busy life, they they forget the self care. Actually, it is most important. And meditation is most important. I feel that when I used to meditation in the morning time, especially in breathing, give and leave, taking and living, so that is very important, because all the restriction of breathe and body pulse. And when I go in the evening times, so definitely I feel more very energetic. What happened, it's before, when I did not do meditation, during that time I feel too much tired. But nowadays, after meditation, I feel much comfortable. But one more things, when we take heavy dinner, so after 10 minutes we should walk also, so that our our body will digest our food, whatever we take.
Absolutely.
So it is
Absolutely.
also, it is also required. Nowadays every person has forget, because of they watch TV, mobiles, this type. So definitely they forget nowadays, but it should also required. What's
Yes,
your
sir.
opinion?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. And sir, thank you so much for your valuable tips, because it is so important. It happens to us when we go for a wedding ceremony, isn't it? We have lot of things, although it is said that breakfast should be heavy and lunch should be little bit and dinner should be very less. It is said, isn't it? But the situation that you said, I can visualize when we go for a, attending any wedding ceremony and we have our food, full our stomach is full, isn't it? Tummy is full. So that time it is so important to go for a walk. But at the same time, yes, if every day, the tips that you have given, if we can incorporate into our daily life, daily routine, at night after having our meal, we can go for a walk. That is superb. It is amazing, honestly. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
So,
much for your valuable
so
tips.
many people forget these things, but it is
Right,
very important.
right,
Yeah.
sir. For digestion, it helps in digestion of food, isn't it, sir?
Yes. Okay. Thanks.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Anyone? Okay. All right. So, Ganeshan sir, I think no other questions. So, what is next? I mean, but I would request to each one of you, sir and madam, in case if you have anything, or if you want me to, discuss and to come up with any other topic, you want me to deliver my speech on any other topic, please let me know in the WhatsApp. I would love to, interact with you, to each one of you. And yes, sir, over to you, because I think we have reached at the end of the webinar.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing this wonderful 5 tips to have fine way of living. So 5 tips to have fine way of living. So thank you very much, and everyone has to unmute your mic and congratulate Indira ma'am. So you can congratulate, you can clap and congratulate.
Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you,
Very well done, ma'am. Very well done.
thank you so much.
Thank you
Well
for
done.
giving this type of speech
Wonderful
and
tips.
contribution of Ganeshan sir, because Ganeshan
Yes,
sir, you continue this type of program so that we can involve in this activity. I
right.
appreciate all of you because you participate and come in this platform. So I'm happy because there are so many people who want to join this type of occasion, but unfortunately, FFE is vanished.
Yeah,
So it's a
definitely.
teamwork. Actually, it's a teamwork, because when we all are together and then sharing our views, so it is the credit goes to each one of our team members, each one of you,
Yes.
because I could not feel nervous. I could not feel something out of the world. I mean, not. I did not get anything surprising, because you all are my just like my family members. You did not give me the scope to feel something opposite of happiness. So I'm getting a lot of happiness, and I'm very happy to be part of this family members. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to each one of you for attending this session, especially Ganeshan sir, and to each one of you, Vinuta ma'am, Arvind sir, Nidhi ma'am, Uma ma'am, Rita ma'am, and each one of you, if I miss any name, Vishwajit sir, then Valkrishna sir, Rita ma'am, I say Durva ma'am, Lakshmi ma'am, and Rekha ma'am. To each one of you.
Thank you very much, Indira ma'am, and sharing the wonderful 5 tips to have a work-life balance. And thank you everyone for joining this wonderful evening. And if you want to have your webinar, you can contact me, and we can have the webinar. And 8 o'clock, every day 8 o'clock, we are open for that. You can contact me at any time. So thank you very much for joining with us. Thanks a lot, and great night to all. So do meditation. Yeah.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
sir.
bye bye. Take care.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.